everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and today I'd like to do a video to show you something that has inspired me, and hopefully we are going to create something similar here today. As you guys know, I love to go thrift shopping. It's one of my favorite things to do besides junk journaling and watching cooking shows. So I found this recently at our local thrift store. It was up front in a bin full of pins. And look at this cute little thing here. It's it's on felt, and it's got buttons, it's got beading, it's got sequins, it's got a little bit of fabric and some lace, and it was all hand sewn onto this piece of felt. And I was assuming it was kind of a pin because of the two safety pins that were sewn onto the back. And I thought, this is so cute. I'm gonna have to buy this. I wouldn't necessarily wear this on a piece of clothing, but whoever made this was very creative, and I thought, I'm gonna see if I can do something similar. So let's give it a shot. So this particular piece of felt measures about 3 by 3. Now I don't have any felt, but what I do have is a piece of velvet. And I also have a piece of upholstery fabric. So for this tutorial, I would use a heavier duty piece of fabric. Reason being, you're going to be adding a lot of things onto it, and I think the heavier duty fabric would hold up to those things. So let's put our little inspiration piece right over here so we can refer to it. So what I've gathered is a bunch of little doodads and things like that that I think would go. So start off with our fabric here, and let me show you some of the things that I pulled out. And what I have to remember on this is these are pretty small, these little pieces of fabric, and you know, the buttons and things like that. They're not very large. So I have to scale things down a little bit because we're working with a small piece of fabric. And did I mention this was about a 3 by 3 piece? I don't remember if I did. So I pulled out some lace. Let's see, we got lace here, a little bit of applique, got some scrap bits of fabric, and more lace. Let's see what else we have here. Got some trim. This is the trim that I recently cut off that Goodwill dress that I showed in my last video that when we made the journal cover. And I've got some ribbon and, you know, some little blingy doodads and some sequins and some rhinestones and buttons. So let's just go for it. Oh, and here's some more stuff. We're just gonna go with it here. All right, so starting out here, hold on a second. I've got to take off my sweatshirt here. It's getting hot in here. It's snowing outside, but I'm freezing and then I'm hot. So you know how that goes, right? Phew. Okay, so anyways, let's start out with maybe a couple bits of fabric. As you can see on here, there are two of the same. I don't know if I'll do the same, but who knows? So, and another thing that I noticed about this is kind of monochromatic. It's black on black. So that's something to think about. So let's just, I don't know what we're gonna do here. Let's pick out some fabric here. And I cut these into strips that were a little bit smaller than the 3 by 3, because like I said, this is scaled down. This is a pretty small area to work with. So we need some small rectangular pieces of fabric. Now I'm not gonna hand sew this, but you certainly could. I'm going to use my trusty Fabri-Tac, and we're just going to start gluing. Let's see, which one am I going to work on first? Let's work on this one first. All right, so this one kind of was at an angle like that. So we can, I'm going to just smush it up smush up the fabric here, because known as my smush technique here. And you can always take this to your sewing machine if you have one to secure these things down. I might do that, but for the process of this video, I'm gonna see how well they are glued down. I'm gonna get a lot of fabric tack. Speaking of that, since this is heavy duty fabric, I'm not worried about the fabric tack coming through on the other side. And we're just gonna put that down, and I am gonna kind of just gather it so that it's not laying flat. And that's just a personal preference. I like my embellishments to kind of be three-dimensional, and that's probably why my journals get so big. But that's okay. That's just personal preference. So if you can see on that, it's kind of, I'm gonna hold it for just a second. It gives it some depth, as you can see there. See, on the side, it's not laying totally flat. Now, granted, if you want it flat, that's perfectly fine. It's whatever, you know, whatever you feel like. Get that string out of there. Let's see, what else are we gonna do? This has two of the same fabric. I don't know if I'm gonna do the same fabric, or maybe I will, I don't know. Okay, let's do some more of the same fabric. We're gonna keep going with this as inspiration here. Love it. So it just goes to show you, you guys, you can get inspiration from anywhere, anything, right? Did I know when I was looking at thrift stores that I would find this funky pin made out of felt? No, but it was cool. So I'm gonna smush this guy on there too. Get a lot of glue on this one. All right. Smush that guy up too. I'm just kind of grabbing it in the center and holding it together to give it that 3D look. Get that on there. Now, I have not tried this, so you guys are in on the experiment. Okay, now that guy does not want to stay. And give it some more glue here. Lots of glue. Because like I said, don't really worry about glue showing through on any of these thicker fabrics. All right, I'm gonna hold that down while I get my next thing here. So I've got a little bit of gold and cream trim. Let's see how that works like that. I'm kind of following this line over here on this pin. I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's see. I don't know. Why not, right? It's just a piece of fabric. It's no big deal. It's no big deal if it doesn't work. But you know what? More often than not, it does. So now this one I am gonna stick flat. Stick that down flat on there. Get those little hairs off the fabric tack off my hands. Ugh. All right, now what else does this have on here? It has beading and buttons. Let's see what I got in my stash here. Got some buttons. Let's see how those look. I don't know. I'm not liking that. No, I'm not liking that one either. What? Let's see. I know what I'm going to add before that. Let's add some lace because I'm kind of lacy. I like lace. So let's see what I got here. How about some of this? Okay, we'll do that. I'm just going to cut it into a strip that's, you know, smaller than the size of the velvet block here that we got going. And I kind of like that, so we'll put that right there. I'm going to be careful about the Fabri-Tac with this lighter, you know, more sheer type of lace, because that can show glue globs. And then I'm just going to do the smoosh again. Have that on there. Now hold that down for just a second, just so that it begins to adhere. Get that on there. All right, now what else am I going to do here? To me, this looks too close to this, so I need something to break that up. Let's see. I've got all sorts of stuff over here. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll do that. All right, now on this particular piece of trim, I'm going to flip it over, and I am going to use, since it's a heavier piece of embellishment, it's a heavier embellishment, I'm going to use my E6000. And I get E6000 in the mini tubes. They come in like a pack of 6, I think it is. And the reason I do that is I have purchased the large E6000 tube before, but I find that for me, it dries out before I can use the whole tube, and then I end up wasting half the tube. So that doesn't make sense. So that's why I am, I've changed to the little tubes of E6000. And so I'm just getting a little bit on each of the points that are going to adhere to the fabric. Oh, that looks really cool. We're going to go right down the center there. And I don't even know, do I want it to be right exactly in the center? I don't know. Well, we'll just go for it. All right. And with E6000, it takes a little while to dry. It's not like instantly, you know, on there for good, but once it adheres, it's on there for sure. Let me see. Oh, see, I got that down. All right, that is pretty dang secure. All right, now what does this need? Okay, buttons. Now let's put some buttons on here. Ooh-wee. I don't know. What do you think, guys? This one kind of looks like an eyeball to me. I don't like that one. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, this one's kind of cute. And I like to create clusters with my embellishments. Let me see what other buttons I have over here. Oh, that one's pretty cute. Look at this little polka dot guy. I don't know, I'm creating a focal point in the center, aren't I? That looks pretty good. Yeah, no, I don't like that now. What am I doing? Let's see. Maybe some gold for contrast. I don't know. I keep going back to this one, so we're just gonna use it. And this is not a vintage button. This is probably just one that was, you know, purchased at Hobby Lobby or something like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off this little part in the back. And the easiest way for me to do that is to get out my wire cutters, if I can find them. Hold on just a second here, guys. They were right here. There they are. These little guys. And then what I'm going to do is just clip off that end. And it comes off really quick. And the reason I do that is to make it more flat. And I like that just because it doesn't stick up too much. Although I know I said that I like 3D things, I do, but sometimes a button, you know, that has that buttonhole backing on there, or where you sew it in, I guess, whatever you call that thing, it makes it stick up too much. All right. I'm liking that. Using the E6000 again to hold it down. Oh, that looks so cute. Now there is a fuzz going on here. You know how the Fabri-Tac kind of gets those little hairs? That's what I got going now. Let's put this little guy on there. Now this one, I've already taken off the back. I must have been using it for something else. And then we're gonna glue that guy on there. All right, we're gonna hold that down. Let's see, what else does this need? Does it need anything else? I don't know. I'm thinking something right along this, just because he's kind of lonely over there, this little piece of fabric. No, I think I got enough bling. Did I say that? I have enough bling? What? What? Do a little bit of ribbon. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Let's cut that off. Oh, yay. Got this ribbon at Hobby Lobby. I only buy their ribbons and trims when they're 50% off. They do the every other week thing. You know, 1 week, everything, you know, ribbon and trim is half off, and then the next week it isn't. And they always say, well, you can come back the next week and get the discount. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be back the next week. So I try to time it. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I try to time it so that, you know, I go on the weeks where the things that I want are on sale, like the, you know, the Tim Holtz stuff, or, you know, Paper Studio, or, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay. That is looking quite fabulous. Yay. So I'm going to cut these little guys off because those are bugging me. All right, now from here, we're going to let this guy wait and dry. Get those smushed down really good, those buttons, so that they stay. And let's try this one. Okay, so same deal again. Let's pick out some fabrics. I think this one I'm going to want to use lace for the little, you know, side pieces here. There's one. And maybe I'll do something a little bit different this time. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's what's so cool, is you just see what happens. All right, now I did the squeeze the center here, you know, with the glue. And so it did give it a little bit of dimension there. All right, now I am gonna not use the same fabric like this one did, where they used 2 pieces of black. I'm gonna use something a little different here. Maybe go the other way. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Ooh, which side? I don't know. Does that go better, or does that? Or maybe is it the same? I don't know. Oh, I like that side. Okay. Oh gosh, that's too funny. Too funny. And this is all fabric from my scraps, from my stash. And a lot of this I found at thrift stores, or, you know, I've received in Happy Mail. It's kind of fun. I've really amassed a huge, and I do mean huge, stash of fabric. And it's mostly from thrift stores and you know, Happy Mail and exchanging with friends and things like that. So really, not to say that I don't, but I don't always, I don't get all my fabric from fabric stores. I'm doing the smush technique again to hold it down there. You know what? I got to tell you this. It was probably about 5 years ago, or maybe even more now, because I don't know my time here. I got to switch the light. It's getting dark out here. They used to have this humongous fabric store called Denver Fabrics. Died and gone to fabric heaven, I'm telling you. But what they had that was really cool, besides all their cool fabrics in general, was they had these, in the back, they had these bins. And I'm talking bins. And all these tables with all of their discounted fabric, you know, the remnants and all that kind of stuff. And certain fabric, depending on the, you know, how long it's been there or the size. I don't know how they determined that. But you could buy it by the pound. By the pound. And you could sort through everything. And it was so much fun. Okay, so now, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. But they closed. I was so bummed. All right, now I want to put this lace on here, but am I going to follow the lines of my little smushies? You know, these? Yeah, so I was really bummed when they closed. And at that time, I wasn't doing junk journals. Oh, I was still working. So what did I want fabric for? Oh, yeah, I used to embellish jeans, you know, put the little patches on them and all that kind of stuff. I still, and did the collaging. I still have some of those jeans and they're really cute. Let's put, okay, so I know what I'm going to do. It was a fun project to do with my daughter when she was younger. We used to, you know, embellish the pockets of our jeans or, you know, along the side, put all sorts of fabric patches and stuff. It was really fun. And you know what? I did that a couple of years ago. I made, I took a pair of vintage jeans, like old 501s, and I did a little, you know, patchwork design all the way down one leg and then on the back pocket, and they are stinking cute. And I still wear them. I still wear them. They're so fun. So really, it's just, I guess, my love of fabric. All right, now that looks good, but it needs something up here. So what am I going to do? I don't know. Let's see. What else do I got? I've got some gold. Oh, that looks pretty good. Hold on. Ooh, or some of this. Look at that. Okay. Let's do that. I don't even know if I need to cut it. Yeah, it's a little long. This was from a dress that I got at Goodwill. Love that. All right. I got to be careful with the Fabri-Tac now because this is, like I said, the see-through lace, you can get glue globs. So it's all about the layering here, you guys. Smush that down there. Okay, and then what do we need? We need some sort of rhinestone or sequins or something like that. So let me check in the bling area that I got going over here. You could also do flowers. Those would be really cute. Some little flowers or appliques or patches. Oh, so cute. Or pieces of jewelry. Do I have any jewelry? Do I have jewelry? Huh, what a question. Let's see. Ooh, I got this at a thrift store. It was a headband. How cute, right? It was a headband. Or you could do bling on a roll. Where's my bling on a roll? Should I do gold? I don't know, I'm kind of digging the gold. But do I like the silver? Do a little bit of silver. Okay, so there's an option. Here's another option. Here's a broken necklace I got at a thrift store. Put that on there. I don't know, that's pretty cute. Let's see. I'm wondering how this would glue down though. That might need to be hand sewn. Or do you think the fabric tack, or excuse me, the E6000 will work? Oh, I don't know, guys. Why am I liking that right there? Let's just cut this up and see what happens. And you know what's cool? Every single like piece of trim like this. What else? Where'd it go? I was on a roll and then I lost my train of thought. This. I don't know. They've all come from thrift store finds. Yay! Love it. All right, now is that too big? Yeah, rats. Okay. I'm still going back to this. Let's just do it. Let's do the headband. Let's cut this up. Oh. When my daughter was little, I mean really little, like baby little, she had no hair. I mean, we are talking zip, zip, zip. And she didn't start getting hair till probably she was like 1.5 to 2. And so I tried to put all these cute little headbands on her. Not only when she was really little, they'd give her an indent in her poor little skull because they were too tight or something. What a mom, right? But she would just rip them off. She's like, I'm not wearing this. I don't like this. So anyways, my daughter was bald for 2 years. But now she has more hair and it's thick and it's curly. And she's like, she has more hair than she knows what to do with. So I just think that's pretty funny. But I always, every time I look at these headbands, you know, for the little girls and I see them on little girls, I think, number one, they're so stinking cute. But then I remember my daughter and she's like, oh, I'm not wearing those. No way. That's funny. Oh, the things you remember, right? And now she's, how old is she? She's 30 years old. Oh, time flies, guys. Time flies. All right, let me put my lids back on because you know how I don't do that really well. Okay, so based off of this cute little inspirational piece that I found at a thrift store, I created 2 more that not only are they going to fit with the current theme of the junk journal that I'm working on, I just think they're fabulous just cuz. So I am going to show you. I'm going to tuck this in a little bit. I think he's not tucked in enough, guys. I'm going to show you what my plan is and how to use these in my journal. So let me get a page out of from the journal that I'm working on. And this is just the back page, the back of one of the cardstocks. So what I am going to do is use this as kind of, it's going to be a pocket or a book plate. And what I'm going to do is on the back of this, I'm going to add a little piece of, this is cardstock, but you could use a real thin piece of cardboard paper. And the reason I do that, I'm going to glue it onto the back. And that way, when you stick something in, you know, your pocket here, whether it's a tag or whatever you got going, it's not quite as flimsy. It doesn't move around as much. It just gives the pocket more stability and is a little more sturdy. So I'm going to use one of these as a book plate, and then the other one, which is also quite fabulous, I gotta say. It's not quite dry yet though, but I could use this as a tag. I'm going to attach a little clip here. Let me show you what kind of clip I'm thinking of. It's called a bulb clip, and at first I didn't know what the heck that was. I'm like, what are those clips called that have the rounded edge? Now, of course, I can't find one. But, oh, what I could use instead, ooh, is look, one of these large paper clips, and just attach it to the side of my journal like that, and have it dangle as a tag. Look how cute that looks. I might just do that. Oh yeah, how cute is that? That is just fabulous. I love it, love it. Now, if you don't want to do that, or you want to, you know, not use it as a book plate, what else could you do? Well, create a belly band. So here's that trim that I cut off. Put that, you know, across horizontally or vertically or along the side as a pocket. You can add this onto like right in the middle. Let's see, let's move this. Let's pretend it's a belly band. Add this right along there, sew it on or glue it on, and then you have a wonderful tuck spot here, just like that. So aren't those fabulous, you guys? Yay! All from whoever made this wonderful little pin that I found at a thrift store. Ha! Yay! So here we go. There are my three. Well, let me get this guy off of here. Hold on. There are my three fabric book plate / tags / pins / journal embellishments. So I love them. I'm so excited. So, you know, let your imagination go wild. Use any color scheme, any sort of bling, any sort of fabrics you want. The only thing I would suggest is, like I said, use a thicker fabric for the backing and have fun with it. That's all that matters, right? Is that you enjoy it. So thanks for being with me. I love how these turned out. And if you would like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And have a wonderful day, everyone. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.